Just to let you know, I've been kinda going through a cold lately, so my voice sounds a little weird. That is why. My man Adrien is really about to go from love to being a villain. Since we are in between seasons, it's only fair to speculate about the future versions of the characters that will exist. As the title is suggesting, I want to talk about how Adrien will play a villain role in the show in season 7 and maybe possibly season 6. Before any of you now click off the video and say bye, how about you click that like and subscribe button? But for real, let's go through the actual reasons in the show why Adrien might become a villain next season or season 7. The first reason I think we will see Cat Block 2.0 is the presence of Lila in the show. If you remember, season 5 ends with Gabriel dying and being celebrated as a hero, even though he is ironically the reason why the show needs heroes in the first place. Gabriel is a hero, and to his son, he is this amazing dad that sacrificed his life to help Ladybug, while to Lila, Marinette, and Natalie, the truth is something completely different. Now let's bring in Lila, aka the perfect person when it comes to manipulating people and ruining relationships. Let's not forget, in the season 3 episode Ladybug, Lila got the whole school turned against Marinette and almost got her and the whole school akumatized all at the same time.
Verity Queen.
And then also spends 5 seasons turning Marinette's bestie, Alia, against her, to the point where Alia wouldn't believe her anytime she would complain about Lila, and would tell Marinette she's overreacting. Friendship goals, am I right everyone? Lila at the same time has a grudge versus Marinette and Ladybug. A grudge against a superpowered super teen just because she caught you lying about herself, the hero. So she'll try to break any important relationship of Marinette and Ladybug. Adrien would be the perfect person for that. Season 5 would spend the end credits of each episode showing a scene that helped build the overall arc of the season.
What do you think of the new miraculous, my dear Quappies?
I can see them doing the same thing in season 6. The first couple of end credits could be Lila, aka whatever her name will be next season, to start to infiltrate the friend group, in which she starts to sow some doubt into it. That way she can hit a communization quota for the Butterfly Kwame that season. Eventually she'll get to Marinette and Adrien. She'll start to say some things to Adrien like, you really don't know Marinette, that she's keeping things from you, which wouldn't be that hard to do since she'll probably be sneaking out to do Ladybug things, especially sometimes herself, since she might have Guardians things to do. Remember, Marinette and Lila both know the truth of Gabriel being shut him off. Lila can not only put seeds of doubt with not only Marinette, but also those around him like Natalie, since she'll probably know the truth also. It's possible Lila tells Adrien the truth about his father, or at least drops clues for him to find out about the truth along the way. He then feels like he can't trust those around him and align to him, leading him to get akumatized by Lila and become a major villain in the show for the future. This will probably happen around the season 6 finale or a mid-season 6 two-parter that will lead to Adrien being a villain for part of season 6 or for all of season 7. Most likely the Cat Kwame Plaid will be left with Marinette for that time. The Cat Kwame will probably destroy itself before being stuck with akumatized Adrien like it did in the season 5 mid-season two-parter Kwame's Choice. The next reason I believe in the Adrien villain arc is that Adrien is still traumatized from the events of season 5. Little disclaimer here, when they made the wish in the season 5 finale, we don't really know how far back time was rewound as how wishes were explained by Sash.
In the world as your school notebook. Everything inside is written in blue, but now you want it to be red instead. Before you can rewrite anything in the color you like, you have to erase everything that's already been written in blue.
I assume time at most went back a year, since Adrien still needs to meet Marinette at school, and they only met each other at school up to a year ago, only for Marinette to forget how to speak to this man. Here's why that matters. Adrien has gone through a lot in season 5. If the wish is all the way back to season 1, then season 5 didn't happen. First off, this is all the stuff that's happened to Adrien in these last 5 seasons, especially season 5. First off, Adrien killed someone, or at least he believed he killed Shadow Moth. In season 5 episode Destruction, Adrien used his Cataclysm on Shadowmoth, which troubled Cat Noir for multiple episodes during the season. He is literally crying about it in the same episode.
No! I cataclysmed him. I don't believe this. I just cataclysmed someone. Granted, it was Monarch, but there's a real person behind that mask, and I must have hurt him terribly.
The same Cat Noir that's always supposed to be the cheerful one. I've never seen Cat Noir that sad in the show before. Even though Adrien didn't like Shadowmoth, the fact that he might have killed someone troubled him, even though it was by accident. Second, you have the season 5 episode Representation, where Gabriel inflicted him with the idea of being cat blocked and destroying the world.
What did you do to her?
Her worst nightmare is awakening.
Some of this could have been due to the fact that Adrien believes he killed someone, causing Cat Noir to believe he's on the first step on his path for destruction. It even bothers him so much that he doesn't take part in the season 5 finale due to being afraid of getting akumatized and destroying everything and Marinette.
This nightmare is giving me the horrible feeling that if I transform, I'll get akumatized and destroy everything with my cataclysm. Marinette, Ladybug.
A fear that he never really had to the season 5 episode Representation. Lastly, you then also have the fact that Adrien lost his dad. Even though the relationship was stressed by the end of season 5 finale, he truly loved his dad, even if his dad spent half the electric bill making a cocoon for his wife on some Dr. Freeze parody stuff. He may be smiling by the end of the season 5 finale about his dad being a hero, but it still did some damage to his psyche, especially if he's gonna be reminded about it almost every day in season 6, since Gabriel is the city's hero, and feels like he has to live up to his dad's legacy. It could be multiple things that lead to his akumatization with this trauma. He could find out he's the one that killed his dad, maybe something happens to Marinette and he gets so upset and he transforms. He might end up killing someone else with his Cat Noir powers. And a sting operation by Lila was not really him killing someone, but he thinks he did kill someone. I don't know, maybe he heard Delilah's Manon theory also. Okay, let me stop. But any of that previous stuff could take him off the deep end. The third reason why I think this will happen is, since season 4, the show has used the Marinette and Adrien relationship, or some form of the relationship square, as a driving force for the show. In season 4, you have the distrust of the Ladybug-Cat Noir relationship due to the events of Cat Block, with season 4 first starting off with the dissolving of the Marinette and Adrien relationship, since she gave up on him in the season 4 episode 1, Trust, only lasts for a season. Then season 4 would have the dissolving of the Ladybug-Cat Noir relationship, where Ladybug pretty much said he's a side character now and doesn't trust him.
What's gotten into him? I didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything? Well, yeah, you did. You've been neglecting a very classy piece of camembert on your plate for too long, and as a
This would lead to Marinette to lose her Kwamis in the season 4 finale, since she started to trust those around her more than Cat Noir, allowing Felix to steal her Kwamis. In season 5, you have the Marinette and Adrien relationship actually build up, with the Ladybug and Cat Noir relationship actually becoming healthy for once. Cause not gonna lie, this man spent the first 3 seasons sipping after this girl pretty hard. Some of this could be due to the fact of the events of the season 4 finale, where Marinette a little mental breakdown and Cat Noir was the person that comforts her.
The ball of the dog, Felix. He has the yo-yo, and that means he has the miraculous.
In season 5, you also have the full development of the Cat Noir Marinette relationship in the Elation episode that started in season 4, episode Get You Later 2.
Thanks for flying Cat Noir Airways. We hope you'll be flying again soon.
Thanks. That was nice.
My pleasure.
This would affect the show because Marinette pretty much comes to the conclusion that if she wants to date Adrien or be in any type of relationship, she would have to give up her Kwamis. This whole mentality is what causes the mid-season 5 two-parter Kwami's Choice, in which Marinette gives up her Kwamis just to date Adrien, which literally almost ends the world. But we know we can't have a Shadowmoth plan actually working around here.
This means you can finally be in love with Adrien.
This means you can tell Marinette all your silly, soppy feelings.
The build-up of the Marinette-Adrien relationship would have an important part in the season 5 finale, since Adrien literally doesn't become Cat Noir due to the fear of the harm he might do to Marinette, which caused problems in that finale and possibly down the line. I can see once again this relationship being a major part of season 6. As discussed earlier, there could be distrust from Adrien and the Marinette-Adrien relationship from Lila, but it could also be vice versa. Adrien is a hero, just like Marinette, but we don't know if he'll still be a model next season, which can cause problems with their dating schedule or other problems that we might not know at the time. With less time for Marinette, which might cause Marinette to rely on her friends more, excluding Adrien like she did in season 4, then causing Adrien to feel like he has nowhere to be, to the point it reaches a boiling point and he gets akumatized. There can also just be a rough patch in a relationship that causes Adrien to get akumatized. Marinette in the season 5 episode Elation gets akumatized just because she was sad about her relationship with Cat Noir ending.
Wait, what are we doing? This is too weird, and it's wrong.
Ugh! I am sick and tired of other people deciding what's good for me!
No offense to Adrien, but he's going through a lot of stuff as mentioned earlier. It's not going to take that much to get him akumatized, especially since he was emotionally stunted by his dad. Adrien actually thought of Chloe as a friend at one point. The last reason I believe this will happen is the fact that every time Adrien and Marinette ends up dating, Adrien gets akumatized. The first instance would be the Cat Block episode. Marinette leaves a message for Adrien. He finds out she's Ladybug and they end up dating. Gabriel finds out about this and uses Adrien's love for his mom to get him akumatized, leading to Cat Block and the world ended.
Cat Blanc, I'm giving you the infinite power of destruction. Together you and I will seize Ladybug's miraculous and awaken your mother.
Man, we still recovering from Cat Block after all these years. You then had the season 4 episode Imperial, which was the 100th episode apparently. Marinette and Adrien show their identities to each other. Gabriel once again finds out and once again uses Adrien's mom to akumatize Adrien. And Marinette has to use Sash to save the day.
Ephemeral, I am your father, Shadow Moth. I'm giving you the power to speed up time and help me bring your mother back.
Interestingly, it's always Adrien but never Marinette, which would make sense since in both cases they needed to use other Kwami users or Kwamis to fix their problems. And we know Adrien never really talks to other Kwami users unless Marinette is there to introduce them to Cat Noir. The only time he's used other Kwami powers with his own was with the Bunny Miraculous in the season 5 episode Evolution. Literally due to future Alex being stuck and Marinette literally being so emotionally unstable from the season 4 finale that just happened.
You do it, Kitty.
You want me to control time?
It's you and me, remember?
So if someone does get akumatized between Adrien and Marinette, it's gotta be Adrien, unless future Alex decides to help Adrien after like 6 seasons. This is however the same show that had Adrien not take part in a season finale about his own family, spanning like 8 years. That's like 4 Fast and Furious movies being made. Unlike those other times, Gabriel isn't here to take full advantage of the dating situation, but you still have to worry about Lila. We might also go through the season without either party finding out each other's hero identities, since it seems whether or not Adrien gets akumatized depends on when Marinette and Adrien figure out each other's superhero identities. But this could be the first time where there's no identities revealed, but Adrien still gets akumatized. So that's the video. Thanks for spending time and watching the video. Season 6, I think, as a season will either break or make the show, since it's the first time we've had a true clean slate to begin with. This was a video I planned to make a while ago, but better late than never. Sorry for the voice problems, I'm still getting over my cold. Even though Adrien might be a villain in season 7, it would be really fast to get rid of Lila, since they spent all of season 5 just to set her up as the next Shadamoth, only after forgetting about her for 1 season. But let's not forget they did the same thing in season 3 when they set her up and they forgot about her for season 4. Maybe they could have Adrien only be a side villain for part of season 7 and then go back to Lila in season 8. Like after getting beat in season 6, Lila can spend season 7 training and get ready for a rematch with Marinette, while the whole Adrien villain arc is part of season 7. It's not like they haven't forgotten about Lila for a season before. Also, shout out to the most forgettable main character in recent history. Goodbye.